And I think there's this common misconception about stress is that we always think of it as distress, which is one kind of stress, but there is another kind of stress called eustress.
I can't tell you how many times as I built this business over the last 10, 11 years, when I'd have, 12 grand a month coming in and I wasn't doing anything like I was when I built that 12 grand a month. I put it into cruise control because at 12 grand a month, back in the day, I was used to living at that level. And so once I got my comfort level back to not being uncomfortable, I put it on cruise. And I think there's probably each and every one of us in this group is probably in some capacity, if we've hit a level of comfort in this business, we're not pushing like we probably pushed when we got to that level, right? Because we had to. It wasn't a maybe. We had to get back to that number because that's what that number helped us survive and pay our bills and whatnot. But it's time to, I think, push it up a notch. And if that means for some of you guys that don't really want to, you're loving life, that's fine too. Then put someone in place in your business this next year that can continue the growth for you. That's another point of leverage, right? That's that human capital lever. Hardest one to deal with because people are a little bit unpredictable. And they might not do stuff that you ask them when you ask them to do it, but it's still a lever that, if your quality of life is what's most important to you, that's great. But don't let your business also stop, because look at all these people in this group. Look at all the success stories that you see each and every day in this group. And you go, well, that's just that person's just like me, or just like this person I might hire. And right, with good leadership and a little bit of vision, which is what we're hoping to be able to bring to you guys this coming year with these teams. There's no reason that your business should stop growing. My business has continued to grow and grow and grow and grow, even during the times where I was more mentally checked out, more on cruise control, taking a break. After the Vegas event, I was completely fried from just how much went into it. So I was on cruise for a while, but the business kept growing because the leverage has been put in place with, the different systems, the different products, and the different people that we've, over the years been able to bring into this and help us. So I think for each and every one of you guys, if you feel like you're at that point where you're not doing like what you used to, because you're fat and happy in so many words, let's push yourself just to challenge yourself this next year, if that's you, to add that one person and take a step or two backwards in your income to get that fire burning again, and then use the lever of that new human to double your business in 2021, right? Yeah. Those are simple things to be doing. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was say we all, I think everybody that's on this Zoom right now has been stressed at some point in life. Maybe you're stressed right now. And I think there's this common misconception about stress is that we always think of it as distress, which is one kind of stress, but there is another kind of stress called eustress, E-U-S-T-R-E-S-S. I think that's how you spell it. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but look it up. So you've got, two different forms of stress. Distress can be a kind of stress that's going to break you down. It's going to wear on you. It's that kind of, negative self-talk that you have that can actually inhibit your growth. But eustress is a good thing. It's the same thing when you're working out and you're putting stress on your muscles. It's the only way that they're going to grow. The only time I know I'm growing is when I got sweaty palms a little bit. There's been plenty of situations, whether it was as a wedding photographer, as a new guy at a digital marketing agency, starting my first business, launching and doing everything that we need to do to build snaps and hiring, grow a team, all these different things. I know I'm on the right track when I'm I know I can do this thing. Absolutely. Because someone else has done it before and I've got the skills. I'm more than capable, but I got a little bit of that sweaty palms. Okay, cool. I got a little bit of eustress in my life. If you found that you don't have that at all, and you're just kind of there's nothing wrong with knocking base hits every at bat, right? But you do that long enough, you can only get so far. And if you want to kind of level things up, you've got to get yourself a little bit uncomfortable and seek out hey, where are those areas kind of in my business again on a daily basis that I can use and kind of infuse a little bit of eustress in a good way of I'm not trying to stress myself out about something that I have no ability to do. I'm not going to go to try to become an astronaut or sign up for NASA and like try to put together some like rocket engine. I know what my limitations are, but I also know where the leverage points are that, I can build and grow my business. And I'm going to find the things, hey, like what are the areas where I need to improve that I'm probably not super confident in, but I know I can do it. And there's for sure areas in your business too, where, and you probably know them. There are the things that you probably like avoid doing and you go back to doing something else. Maybe you just kind of like want to sit behind the computer and make your mailbox money and you don't want to like pick up the phone. And so you'll go kind of revert to doing some more research on, the best backlinking strategy or how to not create a footprint online. And you're kind of like geeking out on some of this stuff, but you're avoiding, having those phone calls with those customers. Or maybe you're the salesperson who's just like, shoot, like I could talk to people all day long, but I'm not a techie person, right? I'm not techie. So I don't know. I leave that to those guys and gals. So like, where do you need to get kind of a little bit uncomfortable? Use that idea of eustress to kind of like increase your capacity for the next deal, for the next phase of your business.